Hello mi gente and welcome back to Nata Knows Best, my channel dedicated to all things food. In today's episode, we're going on the sweet side. We're gonna make dessert. And this is gonna be a sexy, luscious dessert featuring some of our favorite summer fruits. So without further ado, in today's episode, we're making Blueberry Lemon Crumb Cake. With any baking recipe, we obviously have to start with preheating our oven. So we're gonna put our oven to 350 degrees. To start this recipe, we have 1/4 of a cup of unsalted butter, and we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. Now, as a reminder for anyone who's going to make this recipe, all details will be in the description box below. So we're just going to cream the sugar and the butter together until fluffy. To this mixture, I'm going to crack 1 egg and then add some fresh lemon juice and lemon zest. And for those who have never zested a lemon, all you want to do is just take off the yellow of the peel until you get to the white rind. Once you get to that, you want to stop. And the reason why we're zesting the lemon is because we really want this crumb cake to be aromatic. And the best way to do that is to get all the lemon zest that you see here, because this has all the essential oils. Incorporate these two babies together. So if you're a baker or an amateur baker, you already know what the deal is. We're going to put equal parts of our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients and incorporate them nicely until we get no lumps. So now that we've made our lemon batter, it's time to start adding our blueberries. So in this bowl, we have 1 cup of fresh blueberries. Clearly, they look a little different. The reason why is because I've tossed in just 1 tablespoon of flour, because when you add flour to your fruit, it doesn't settle to the bottom of your cake. It actually fills in those gaps in between. Now that we've finished our lemon batter, I'm going to put this in the fridge, let it rest for a bit, and I'll get started on my brown sugar crumb topping. So for our sexy brown sugar crumb topping, I have some flour, some brown sugar, and some unsalted butter. And I'm literally going to do this the old-fashioned way. And I'm just gonna crumble this together. You wanna break this apart until it becomes the texture of wet sand. So now that our blueberry lemon crumb cake is in the oven, we're gonna keep it in there for about 45 minutes to an hour. All right, so our crumb cake is officially out of the oven and it is looking so delicious. But I'm gonna have an honest moment with you guys. This YouTube channel is all about me being real with you, and this crumb cake was the biggest pain in my ass. Instead of baking this in the size that I normally would, I chose the wrong size dish. And instead of it baking for the 45 minutes to an hour like I said, this took forever. It literally took me like about 2 hours to bake this. So learn from my mistake. Use your standard 9x9 baking dish so you don't hover over the stove waiting for it to be done. But now that I got that out of the way, let's actually try this baby, because I promise you it is so good. Now that we've added some of that sexy powdered sugar, I'm gonna try this. This is divine. When I say that this is a sexy, luscious dessert, I truly mean it. When you look at this, I don't know if you guys can tell, it is perfectly moist. And the great thing about this dessert, it's not an overly sweet dessert. The sweetness really comes in with that brown sugar crumb topping. And then with the lemon, you get some of that brightness. This is the perfect dessert that you can have either with coffee in the morning if you want to have a sweet treat. Well, of course, if you want to take it all the way home and make it extra sweet, you could add a nice scoop of vanilla ice cream. I promise you, this is gonna be your new favorite dessert. So, I'm gonna take one more bite. You know, for a dish that really was such a pain to bake, this is 100% worth all the results. All right, mi gente, there you have it. That's how I make this luscious summer dessert of blueberry lemon crumb cake. Remember, we have videos dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m. So please stay tuned. As always, thank you so much for watching, and Napa knows best.